from a close friend today about the Forest Service smoke jumper killed fighting a lightning fire in Modoc County. Good evening. Glad to have you with us tonight. I'm Mike Mangus. 28-year-old Luke Sheehy was killed by a falling tree limb Monday. KRCR News Channel 7's Chelsea Kay spent some time with a close friend and fellow firefighter today, and she is here now. Chelsea.
Mike, Aaron Burrow says Luke was like family. They lived next door to each other and spent time together pretty much on a daily basis.
He just loved the dogwood tree. It was every time he came over, he's like, gosh, I want that in my yard.
While sitting under the dogwood tree that Luke loved so much, Aaron Burrow shared his memories of Luke Sheehy, someone he considered more than just a good friend.
It was definitely more than that. He was my little brother. I told him that. He told me the same thing. So
Aaron and Luke met and became close while working at CAL FIRE's Helitack base in Bieber.
he was such a likable, awesome person.
Before that, Luke worked at CAL FIRE's Westwood station and briefly for the Diamond Mountain Hotshots in Susanville, which is where he's from.
He was an absolute monster on the fire ground.
Luke then started working out of Redding as a smoke jumper for the U.S. Forest Service. Aaron as a battalion chief at CAL FIRE's Redding Air Attack Base. But the two remained tight, even lived down the street from each other.
He cared about family. He cared about, those that were close to him so deeply that you couldn't help like the guy.
Aaron says what happened Monday still doesn't feel real.
I got the text messages on my phone when he was taxiing down the runway of how excited he was to go.
Just about an hour later, he got a call from a friend telling him what he was hearing over the emergency scanners.
And I said, Luke was on that load. And I instantly, I just knew. I didn't, it's a sick feeling. And it became true.
He told me he didn't know what to do or what to think.
Sat in my office staring out the window for 3 hours until they came and got me and brought me home.
Although it's been a few days, Aaron says it's still hard to wrap his head around what happened.
The hardest part to deal with is something so simple was able to, to end it for him. And simple and random, and that's why it's hard to take.
When asked how he thinks Luke will be remembered,
Luke was absolutely genuine. If I can sum him up in one word, it's genuine.
He told me Luke was a well-rounded guy, loved everything from hunting to Harleys to snowboarding, and had a passion for music.
He was an amazing musical artist. He played the fiddle, the piano, the guitar.
Aaron told me he feels lucky to have so many memories with him and says the dogwood that sits in his backyard will always remind him of his brother.
He just loved the outdoors and loved what he was doing, and he was happy. Anywhere he was happy. Just a simple guy that was real happy.
Memorial services for Luke are in the works right now. There will be one held in Redding in the next week or so. Chelsea Kay, KRCR News Channel 7.